Not again. I said that was the last nut I was going to bust, but I ended up busting another nut. Not again. This is becoming a tough nut to crack. It feels like my life is a Vine video on loop. Few seconds of pleasure divine stuck on repeat like GTV when there's a live show to be seen, and maybe I think I'm not being seen, that's why I keep falling back in this treacherous scene like a recurring character because of my lack of character. This feeling is like skydiving with a broken parachute. It's a great feeling until you hit the ground. Father, forgive me for I've tasted of this fruit not once, not twice, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7 times. Heck, I wouldn't even be able to count the total number of times on the hands and feet of the entire populations of China, Nigeria, and India combined, so don't actually count on me to stop now. My lack of self-control has left me powerless, helpless, hopeless, oppressed and depressed like a city with broken down walls now. Poor like all men struggle with this. I do not understand what I do. For what I want to do, I do not do. But what I hate, I do. The need for salvation was because a man and his wife lacked self-control. Adam and his madam, Eve. Excuse my French now, Oma Bodam. But I was going on to think about it. I would have done exactly what they did in that situation, so why judge a man for fighting a different battle in the same war? I'm terribly tired of being tossed and turned like a loose leaf in the wind. I'd rather be sentenced to life in prison, plus 30 years, than be a slave to sin, lock my evil thoughts, words, and actions in El Chapo cell and swallow the keys, along with my pride, or maybe locking them up in El Chapo cell is exactly why these evil thoughts, words, and actions keep escaping, so rather than doing that, I'll do them like that DEA agent did Pablo Escobar, and kill them on sight. And they ask me, isn't murder a sin? And I say, nah, cause putting the flesh to death is the only legal form of murder. A murder that prevents a greater murder. My battle with restraint, I've got these desires feeling like a ball being shoved underwater. Buoyancy keeps bringing them up. But the last thing I am is stable because, unlike a horse, I keep drowning every time I dip my feet in this water. And with a sudden rush of water over my head, it hits me. God's voice like a wave speaks to me. My son, why keep clutching at water when I have strategically placed life buoys to save your life, boy? The pride in me responds, I'm a man, not a boy. Now see, that was my biggest problem. Until I was ready to get off my high horse and admitted that I needed him. I was going to be stuck in this forever. That feeling where I'm drowning but never dying, and falling but never hitting the ground. Then anger, lust, and selfishness sets in. ALS. It's a dangerous disease. Keep it in check or end up shaking on the judgment day like you're doing the ice bucket challenge. The call from God is the most important, so put your tongue on hold. Don't act out on the pride of life, the lust of the eyes and the lust of the flesh. No temptation can get the better of us. He only allows what we can bear, so unlike a bear in the winter, we need to stay awake and be watchful. Most importantly, know that the concept of self-control is a paradox. You'll only fail if you try to control self. Leave that to God.